So guys, I want first of all check on GBP USD. Okay, so for GBP USD, on the daily I don't see much except that we have an uptrend, which right, so just have an uptrend. So since we have an uptrend on the daily, may just simply drop to the H4 and see if we have any demand zones where we can buy from. Okay, so currently we have seen that we had a kind of a supply zone around here, but price actually just broke the zone. Then we have a second supply zone, which is around here. Okay, and price is currently attacking that level. Okay, so what am I expecting now? Since we're in an uptrend, we can first of all just zoom into the low time on the H1 and I show you what I see. So on the H1 we see that market is approaching the supply zone, right? Market is steadily approaching the supply zone, and yet we haven't yet broken any structure to continue our movement upwards. That means let's go to the M15. This is my last time frame, so if there's no setup here, I won't even mind. Okay, so we see that price is still steadily moving up. For us to start our selling journey, first of all, we have to clear this demand zone, and then afterwards we may clear also this demand zone. Okay, these are two demand zones which are strong on the M15. So you can see that price actually tested the first zone. If you can see this arrow here, by this week here, you can see that price came and retested this zone here. Okay, price came, retested this zone, then pushed up, right? So this zone is already finished, so we can simply just go for this zone around here. Okay, you can simply just go for that zone around there. So on the M15 we see that price is attacking that supply zone above there, right? We don't know if price will change direction and continue lower, or it will just continue buying aggressively. Okay, we don't know any of that. All right, so those two levels have to be first of all consumed before we can take our sales. Okay, price has to break this demand zone and also break this demand zone so that we can have entries up towards around this area around here. Okay, up to around this area here. All right, yeah, so first of all just hold on a bit and see what price gives us. Okay, so right on GBP USD I don't have any setups for now. As I've told you guys, I don't have any setups here. I just have to wait a bit. So we shall just drop to maybe Euro USD, but we shall start from the daily time frame to get the trend. Okay, on the daily we see that market is in an uptrend, right? Market is actually printing higher highs and higher lows. What do we notice here? Well, we noticed that you had a kind of a demand zone here before price shot up. Okay, so this demand zone, price hasn't yet retested this demand zone, so that's the first key. Then next we shall look at this minor demand zone around here. Okay, this was a minor demand zone. Okay, so price came, made a base, then shot up. Okay, so we dropped down to the H4. Okay, so what do we notice on the H4? Well, on the H4 we notice that we have already a fair value gap. For people who trade fair value gaps, this is where you can simply just take your entries. You see, this fair value gap around here. Okay, so I'm expecting, this is my trade expectation, if price fails to break this supply level around there, you can aim for a sell. We can aim for a sell towards this area around here. Okay, so after price reaches there, then we can simply see that we can take our entries maybe for buys from that area, because we had a fair value gap there. So price is able to break that level and continue higher, then we can have our entries marked out. Okay, so there is that option whereby price could just drop down there, then continue higher, or we have another demand zone around here. Okay, so if price manages to surpass this demand zone, okay, if price manages to surpass this demand zone and continue upwards, then we may first of all see price come all the way down to that demand zone and then continue higher. Okay, so will be something like this. Okay, price could come and then continue higher. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting on USD currently. That's what I'm expecting. But for further confirmation, there is a pair called the DXY, so I can use it for confirmation. Okay, so DXY. Okay, this is a dollar index. It'll be very helpful when you're trading your USD pairs because it can give you direction. Okay, so we go to the chart. Okay, when you go to the charts, you first of all go to the daily time frame, analyze it from there. Okay, we see that steadily it has been selling aggressively. So for aggressive selling, we see here there was some kind of a demand zone. Price hasn't yet rotated that demand zone. Okay, so that's good news for us. Then we also have as you can see, price is steadily decreasing. Okay, price is steadily decreasing. So this low here, I don't know where that puts us, but price is steadily decreasing. Okay, we had demand zone there up, and if you guys can see, so if price is able to come, I don't know from where, maybe from there, anywhere, if it's able to come to this zone here, okay, then you can look for even better entries for sales. Okay, you can look for better entries for sales from that area there. So we don't know what price will do in the next coming hours. We don't know if it will go up, but we have a high probability that if it is able to continue going up towards that area, your USD will be selling actively for the time being. So given that in mind, I can simply just wait and see what exactly the market gives us. But currently, this is my assumption on your USD. It may continue lower. And also don't forget that we also have a kind of a minor, okay, it's not minor, but we have a demand zone around there also. So you have to be very patient with that. Okay, you have to be patient and see, because USD has been on a very aggressive buying mode for the past couple of days. Okay, it has been buying aggressively, strongly buying from, I think that's from Jan. I don't know if you guys can see. This is from like Jan, from around here. Okay, that was Jan up to even what, so we have Jan, we have March. All these months USD has been buying aggressively. Okay, and we're having so many untapped supply and demand zones. Okay, this is untapped demand. Also here we have untapped demand. There's so many zones that price could look for. Okay, so many good zones where price could look for entries, where you can look for entries for buys. And yeah, for this massive sell, I can't simply just enter in my sales here, because that would be very, very ignorant of me. Okay, that would be very ignorant of me. But I can simply just look for, okay, let's first of all delete this triangle here, okay, so that I can see clearly. Well, what do you notice? Price made a drop base drop. Okay, made a drop base drop setup here. Okay, this is the H1. So price made a drop base drop, so I'll have to wait a bit. I'll have to wait for a bit for some more confirmation. But sincerely speaking, price has was printing higher highs, higher lows from around this region here. If you guys can see, it was printing higher highs and higher lows. Okay, higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Then it broke structure from around here. Okay, made a pullback to this cost model level, and then price is now selling. So you have to keep that in mind. Alright, but that's it. Yeah, NZD. The chart is looking pretty. Okay, I can simply just take in my. I think I will take in my. Let's see. Here in the NZD, I think I shall call it a break. We had the supply zone around here. So if price is able to close above that level, I shall take my exits. Okay, so I shall put my stop loss. That's my first stop loss around here. That's like $0.18. It's okay. And yeah, that's it. I could even enter in more sales at this point, but price has already made a drop, price drop. Okay, if you guys can see, price made a drop, price drop around that level. So that's extra confirmation that market may sell. So I shall put in with size of 0.01. This is a small account, so I won't be leveraging that much. Okay, I won't be leveraging that much. Here the stop loss for these two positions. Stop loss will be above this supply zone. Okay, so if price is able to break the supply zone, I want to be out of this market. Otherwise, okay, price is already dropping. Okay, price is already dropping. So I shall wait a bit because my expectation is that price may have to come towards this. We have a kind of a demand zone around here. Okay, so my expectation is that price may come towards that demand zone, and then we shall see what to do afterwards. And yeah, but the thing with that demand zone is that it's weak. Okay, let me show you guys what I mean by weak. If you look at this demand zone around here, where I put my first triangle here, up here, okay, this triangle here, you see that price has already failed. You see, it came but never did. Okay, it broke structure, right? That's fine. But now below, just beneath it, we have another demand zone. So given that market is in a downtrend, I'm expecting price to come all the way here. Why do I say market is in a downtrend? Well, if you go to the daily time frame, you see that market has been printing lower lows and lower lows. Okay, it has been a bearish structure for the past few days. So I can probably just wait a bit and see. I can just wait a bit and see. Okay, I can just wait a bit and see. But yeah, if price manages to break the other M15 supply zone, which is around there, I won't hesitate to take my entries out. Okay, I won't hesitate to take my sales. This is my stop loss. Anyways, that's it, guys. Shall be updating this one.